Hey guys, so people have been asking me, I posted the other day about what I'm taking for my Lyme disease, and I feel like I'm in like maintenance mode, and I've been there for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, I guess. And people have been asking me what I take and why I take it, so I'm just doing a short video trying to explain that for you. So I'm not, I'm not taking any prescription antibiotics or anything. I did do 6 months of that. It's been about 4 months ago, I guess. But anyways, this is maintenance mode. This is what's working for me. And so I thought I would share with you guys what I'm taking and why. This is from our naturopath Lyme literate doctor. And these are actually really expensive. They're like $98 per bottle. It's a tincture. And I'm taking a Sida acuta, and I hope I'm pronouncing them right, Alcornia. And these are both things that I know they were part of like I don't know if it's the first version of Biener's protocol, but it was part of his protocol, but it's not on his website right now as part of his core protocol, unless I've read something wrong. I mean, I've read the book, I've been through it, and we do a lot of the herbs from it, and in the past we've done more. These are just the two that recommended by my doctor, and they're mostly used to treat co-infections. So specifically, mostly Babesia. My husband and I both take it. He has different co-infections than I do, but yeah, I take 3 dropperfuls. And the reason why I have the big bottles here is because my husband takes the smaller bottles to work with him, so he has them with them at all times. Take them 3 times a day, and I take 3 dropperfuls. And the droppers, they probably get filled that much, I guess. It's hard to say. I don't know how many drops are in each dropperful, but a dropperful, you squeeze it, let go, it sucks it up 3 times underneath my tongue, and then I hold it there 3 times a day. So those are mostly, like I said, tinctures that are for co-infections. Oh, and I want to say I do take like regular like multivitamins. Oh my goodness, D3, B complex, B12. There might be one more vitamin I take in there. I think DHA is what it is. Hope I don't say it wrong. I take those like kind of regular vitamins. Those are ones I've been taking for like decades, because I have 5 kids and I've been like either like nursing or pregnant for a lot of those years, and so those are vitamins I've taken my whole life. So I knew from a long time ago, well, I shouldn't say a long time ago, about a decade at least, that how important B vitamins and D vitamins are. And then most of my other vitamins I make sure I'm getting in the foods I'm eating. That's super important, by the way. That's like probably the biggest, most important thing, rather than just what to take supplement wise. Make sure you're eating your vitamins. That's where your food should be coming from. Okay, but back to this. I'm trying to stay focused. Okay, and this is iodine. So this is what I use for my iodine. I've had only one other brand in the past, and I didn't really care for it. I think you get like 2 bottles for like $20. It's not that expensive. It's super concentrated. This is the 2% of the Lugol's, I think that's how you say it, Lugol's solution. There's 2% and 5% depending on what you want. So how I came about taking this was, my mom has hypothyroidism, so an underactive thyroid, hypothyroidism, anyways, thyroid problems. And so I knew it was kind of in my line of hereditary, and my doctor recommended I be making sure I take enough iodine, because iodine does help your thyroid. And so I started taking it because my doctor recommended it to me, and the more I read about it and learned, it's definitely a trace mineral that we all are usually lacking. Probably due because our soil is so depleted right now, just the way our modern culture has gone. And this is a really easy, fast way. It just drops, tastes like iodine. I used it a lot more when I do like a bowel cleanse. Those are different herbs I'll take doing a bowel cleanse, and I up my iodine when I'm taking that for sure. I think I do like 6 drops a day when I'm doing a bowel cleanse. So on a normal protocol, like normal maintenance mode protocol, I take 3 a day. And so you can actually go to the website online and figure out like for your weight, like how much you should take. And I think it was like 2 drops for me, and I decided that I just want to take 3. And so I might do like a full separate video on why iodine is so important for you. I think that deserves its own video. So we'll get back to there. Maybe I'll link it at the end or something. And then I do take oil of oregano. I just bought something I bought just like at our local, can you see it? Like health food store. And it seems to be working really well for me. I remember reading though, there's certain different kinds you want to make sure you have. And I'm also fairly certain you can get this from like oregano oil, also like therapeutic grade from like doTERRA or Young Living. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain. So if you do doTERRA or Young Living, comment below, would you, so I can know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they sell it. I just happen to have picked this up. I've heard stories about people that have ringing in their ears a lot. I used to have that a lot, and I did try it for a while, but like put it in your ears. And so oil of oregano is, yeah, just I use 3 drops a day of that. I think I put some notes here. Oh, it's like an antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. It's full of antioxidants for immune support. It's anti-inflammatory, which of course we need. Has cancer-fighting effects, and so it's going to help eliminate the free radicals in your body. It's also anti-parasitic, and so as you probably know, most Lyme people deal with parasites, so that's good. It also helps because it does attack those free radicals. It helps slow down the aging process. We could all have a little more of that, right? And it promotes digestion, so that's why oil of oregano. If you have Lyme, you probably do lots of research like I do, and I tend to be minimalist in nature, so I don't want to have like bombard my body with a bunch of stuff, and so I've just found what works for me. I also muscle test everything that I take and make sure it's good for me, and this is something that I like muscle test really strong on, so I feel confident that that's really good for my body, and it needs it right now because yeah, it needs it. This is Bullseye. This is by Vibrant Health, and it says targeted immune support. The reason I sought out this in particular, I'll read the ingredients to you in a minute, but dealing with Lyme disease, this is my personal opinion, but I really feel it's like dealing with cancer, MS, and how do you want to say it? Non-HIV AIDS. And when I finally like let that sink into my body, or my mind I should say, what was going on in my body, I really felt like I'm going to do as much research as I can about everything that people with cancer do to heal cancer, everything that AIDS patients do to deal with AIDS. Yes, there's no cure, but what do they do to deal with AIDS? MS patients, what do they do to deal with MS? Because in my mind, the reason it's like cancer, even though cancer is the cancer cells that's reproducing, you know, we have a bacteria that's reproducing, and it attacks your body wherever your weak point is. And I think that's a lot like cancer. If you have a weak point somewhere in your body, your cancer, or the cancer in your body, is going to gravitate towards that weak point and then grow, because it's looking for a weak point to grow, right? Same like the bacteria in our body, it's gonna go and seek out, and that's why I think so many of us have different symptoms and different maybe organs that are attacked. Is because if your skin is where your weak link is, or if your heart is, like mine happened to be my heart and my liver, and probably my thyroid too actually, but I noticed it mostly medically, heart and liver. And maybe it's because you have a history of that in your past or your family's past. Who knows why it's the weakest link, it just happens to be. But I think that I truly feel that the bacteria goes to where that weakest link is, because it wants to survive. Like it wants to find where it's weak, and your body it's like can hide in there and attack it, and then it can reproduce and grow. So that's why I feel like having Lyme disease is a lot like cancer. It's a lot like MS, because MS is a brain issue and Lyme is a brain issue. It's in our brain, bacteria is in our brain, that affects our nerves, which affects so many things in our body, on, and it's like a non-HIV AIDS because it is an immune suppressant. And so, you know, if I looked at it that way, it's kind of scary to think about it that way, but when you look at Lyme disease that way, it helps you to look like specifically, what are the people with AIDS? What are people with MS? What are people with cancer? What are they doing? And we pretty much have to do all of them, unfortunately, or as many as you can handle. And just, you know, it's really habit changing and habit forming. And so it's like having your arsenal, and it depends on what level you're at in your life. Like when I was, not able to walk, like you just want to do what you can survive, but you have to realize it's inflammatory, it's a brain issue, it's attacking issue. So boosting your immune system is so important, and that's when if you are able to admit that Lyme is similar to AIDS, has similar characteristics, your immune system is really low. So that is why I sought out this targeted immune system support, because it helps your gut bacteria is really important. So it helps balance your gut bacteria. I think I'll do a whole nother video on just this and what's inside of it. I mean, I'll tell you here, but I think I'll do a full, like, more in-depth video about that, and because it's worth it. And so I sought this out because it deals with your gut bacteria, but it's also, immune support. So anything that I can do to support my immune system, like our bodies are made to fight bacteria, our bodies are made to fight viruses and fungus and molds and all that stuff. It's made to fight it and get it out, toxins, all that nasty stuff, metals, everything in our body. Our body's made to fight it, but if our immune system is not working well, then we need to do all we can to get it working well. And so that's why I sought out this company. So, and this brand, been really happy. I'm actually switching my greens to this company because they're like raw organic green powder, but that's a whole nother video. Just trying to help you guys as much as I can, pass on information, pass on knowledge. Okay, ingredients: clove bud extract, cinnamic acid powder, which is from cinnamon. It's one of the properties of cinnamon. Hopefully I say all these names right. Jambolian leaf extract, pomegranate whole fruit extract, eucalyptus maculata leaf extract, lemon balm leaf extract, thyme leaf and flower extract, cat's claw root, rosemary leaf extract. Okay, those are the ingredients. Like I said, I'm gonna do a full video on just this because all those ingredients, like, are amazing, right? And it's all in this little bottle, and it's for helping our gut bacteria, and it's like they use the properties of like Chinese medicine and how they're helping to like balance the bacteria that's in your gut and also adding in good bacteria. Oh, I also take a probiotic every day. I eat kimchi and I do kefir water and kombucha, and I do a capsule also. So that's part of my daily thing too. I forgot to bring that in here. And vitamin C. I do high doses of vitamin C. Well, high is different from everyone else. I do like 3 to 5 grams a day, and I'll show you that later because I didn't bring it out here. I forgot. It's in the kitchen, so I can have it there. I also use CBD oil. This is from Lava Love. It's an awesome company. She's actually local for me because she's in Oregon. But the reason why I bought from her, I was using another CBD oil that I could get just like down at one of the stores, not stores, but I don't know, what are they called? Dispensaries? I can't say that word. Anyways, one of our pot shops is pretty much what it is. And you can get, at those you can get like different levels of THC and CBD. I've tried to read a lot and I've asked lots of questions online to different groups about like CBD oil versus THC. It's all in the same family but it's different properties. And some people are really like, you have to have THC and that's going to help Lyme and cancer and that kind of stuff. But the more I read, the actual research that's out there is that you need to have CBD. And the reason why I went with Lava Love is because, as you may or may not know, my husband also has Lyme disease. And 2 of my kids have been treated for it out of my 5. And they've also been bit by ticks, so I don't know if it was passed for me or not. Just a side note there. Anyways, my husband's in management and thankfully he can do a full-time job. I'm so thankful he is functioning and doing well. But he can't have anything at all with THC in it because we don't want to run that risk of him being drug tested and anything showing up. So, long story short, I went with Lava Love because it's a fellow Limey. She's a fellow Lyme friend, and so she knows what it's like to have really good pure products. And I was so excited when she finally came out with, her company finally came out with the CBD oil. When she did, I switched. I had no questions asked. I wanted to support her because she does have Lyme and is a small business owner. And she knows, and I trust her because she knows what it's like to have Lyme. She knows, yeah, she knows what it's like. And so, yeah, that's why we switched to CBD oil. I use this, I used to use it every day, a couple times a day, especially when I was dealing with my Bell's palsy a lot. That's gotten a lot better, like amazing better. I don't lose numbness in the whole half my face anymore. And that's probably been like 6 months that I haven't really had my full face go numb anymore. I just get random little spots sometimes. It's usually when I'm overdoing it or I'm stressed out for some reason. And so Lava Love, the CBD oil helps for that for sure. So nerve inflammation, nerve pain, and also anxiety. When I was on antibiotics, holy cow, my antibiotics prescription, my anxiety was like enraged. Was out of control, and I think a lot of that is due to our gut health. And there's also some research out there that's showing that CBD oil can kill the Borrelia bacteria, so that is pretty awesome. This video is getting way too long. Okay, and liquid stevia, I get this from Trader Joe's. It's, I guess, the cheapest, best that I have found anywhere. I do have stevia extract powder. I don't know, it doesn't work. So this really only goes into like my tea and vitamin C drink and that kind of stuff. I don't know, so I like the liquid better because I use it for going into liquid. I don't really use stevia for anything else like the powdered stuff because I don't know, it just is weird. So I use this, I don't know, it's the cheapest I've seen. I know Fred Meyer has some, they have flavored ones. But I just like this. It's stevia. I think it's like $6.99 for this bottle. I use it generously because especially I've been using it for years, probably at least 10 years. I used to buy from Fred Meyer, and then when I finally found Trader Joe's, I don't know how long ago that was, but I started buying from them. And a bottle would last me a while, but now I go through like a bottle probably every, at least every month. I don't know, but it's cheap. It's cheap, $6.99, and if you buy supplements all the time, you know that's cheap, and it's organic, and it's from Trader Joe. But I make, yeah, and it's been proven, not proven, yes, proven. I think there's research out there that shows that stevia can kill the Borrelia bacteria better than antibiotics. So score 1 for stevia, score a few. And we know we shouldn't be having sugar, so it's a great substitute if you still want that sweet taste. Ease your way into it. Oh, I use the powdered one for my tooth powder. That's what I use it for. I'm trying to think of why I have stevia powder extract still, but it goes in my tooth powder. So that's what I use that for, and I also use this for my kids. Like I make lemonade for them, just like water, lemon juice, and stevia, and I'll make like tea, like herbal tea that's fruit flavored instead of my kids drinking juice or myself drinking juice. We just do, I do a big pitcher, like, I don't know, 2 liters, I guess maybe it is. I don't know how big, like a juice pitcher. And then you brew like 4 tea bags in there, and then you let it cool, you take it out, and then you put a couple dropperfuls of this in there. So once I found out I had Lyme, and then once I read the research on stevia killing Lyme, now I'm like very generous with stevia, and I put it like as much as I can tolerate in my tea and in my drinks. When I do like an apple cider vinegar drink with vitamin C powder. That's a really fun recipe. I think I'll do a separate video on that. Anyways, that's it for right now, and I just wanted to show you what I use. I'm getting a lot of questions and comments about what I use on a regular protocol. So it's all about, well, food is super important, okay, you guys, but as far as supplements, I try to be as natural as possible. Immune support, antibacterial, mineral support, antibacterial. This is great for co-infections, okay? Especially Babesia. The big bad Babesia. That's all for now. I'm going crazy. Do you like my leaf? I just noticed that I have a leaf still in my hair from earlier. We were out on a walk outside, and it's gorgeous out there, and isn't that leaf pretty? And so it went in my hair, because why not? Alright, have an awesome day, you guys, and like I said, I'm going to work in my spare moments when my house is quiet, which is not very often. I'm going to do more detailed about the bullseye, and also, oh, I think I talked about that enough. Maybe oil of oregano, and definitely iodine. Yeah, I'll do a more informative, in-depth version, especially on this one because there's a bunch of different ingredients. I want to tell you why all those ingredients are really awesome and good. And I'll put a link below to things that I have here. I don't know how to link these up because these go to visit from my doctor, but I'll write them, the name, how to spell them, in the description below. And then I can link up the ones that are linkable so you can find them easily. And Trader Joe's is no link for it. Just go to Trader Joe's. This is from lavaloveusa.com. Support our local limey. Alright, you guys. Enough for now. You're probably tired of me by now. Have an awesome day. Bye.